Hello there, everyone. It's me, Kia Dark, your favorite Magister Knight from Eludia, here to do things. Honestly, I'm just here to go and have a good time and see a trailer, because about a day or so ago, the Final Fantasy XVI newest trailer came out. And I have made a point not to see any of it, any of the stuff that they posted, any of the supplementary art. I have avoided it completely, just so that way I can have a complete blind reaction to the trailer. And I have heard so many crazy things about this thing. I've heard that it was absolutely amazing. And considering this game is super high on my list for next year's game releases, next to a certain game that has to do with the number 8. I wanted to make sure that I was able to go and just oh my god, I'm so excited. Let's get into the rigmarole, let's get out of the rigmarole, and just go ahead and watch it. So without further ado, enjoy. Game's gonna be so freaking hype. Hello, there's the book. Hello, book.
It has been 1,500 years since the fall of our forebears.
Oh?
And Valisthea
Wait.
has been slowly dying.
It looks strangely like Eorzea, not gonna lie.
Ever since.
Hello, totally not Meteor. Ah, Chris's music is
now.
We're in the middle of the Deadlands.
The blight sucked this place dry. Meaning no trees, no birds, and no magic.
Darkness spreads as day gives way to twilight. The Mother's flame now all but a flicker.
We cannot live without the blessing of the crystals.
Different
The crystals work their magic through us. You have been blessed, Joshua.
Aw,
But who shall
title of
claim
each,
their
maybe.
fading light? The Grand Duchy of Rosaria, bastion of tradition.
At the very least, we must secure Drake's breath.
The Holy Empire of Sanbreque, where ambition is
Shiva's
divine.
I guess.
The Imperial banner shall fly over every city in storm. All shall bow before their emperor.
The
The
Empire!
Dalmekian Republic, whose fortunes shift with the desert sands.
And it's seen better days?
And what of our wise rulers? Goaded into war without any thought as to what chaos it might reap.
The Iron Kingdom, forged in faith
Different?
and fear.
Different
Their
kingdom, maybe?
souls were sullied with the stain of ether. I merely cleansed them of their corruption.
Or the Kingdom of Wyrud, indomitable in its
From 5
isolation.
kingdoms.
The dark swallows more of the realm with each passing day. And as the fringes
Oh!
fade, the people flock to the mother crystals.
From a single spark, will the land ignite.
Ooh, that
In the year
looks so cool.
860, the Imperial army will march upon Rosaria.
Yeah! Ooh, this is better days.
And from the
Kids
slaughter
traumatized now.
shall a new shadow rise.
Shadow? Oh, that's look at Shadow. That looks like burning inferno, flaming fire. Oh, hey, Ifrit!
Fall
Hello!
upon the dominants, painting their destinies black as night.
Yeah, right? Oh, and there goes Phoenix. Go, Phoenix, baby, go!
Ability to summon beasts of great might.
And then remove
Respect,
Summoner.
but instead,
There's the one
left us
for
outcasts.
For a Titan?
Became their puppet.
That must be Shiva's, I
Makes them
imagine.
think they have
Maybe.
the right to use us, to leave us to die when our bodies are spent.
I'll crush him!
Interesting.
Flame!
Okay, that's a Shiva. Oh no, that's a Garuda! I take that back. Ooh! There's Lady Shiva. There's Ramoon. There's Titans. Ooh! Now the gameplay. Let's go. Oh my god! Ooh! What the hell? Ooh! Oh my god!
It is you
shall bow to me!
Very well. Come then. Show us the strength of your will.
Rise, ye crownless kings. A reckoning is upon you. A war of the icons.
So cool. Summer of 2023. Oh my god. Okay. So, what the fuck? Okay. So, alright, so it seems like each nation kind of has their own thing going on. You know, you have the Nation Kingdom for the Phoenix. So it's okay. So it seems like the main icons that we're dealing with this is Phoenix, Ifrit, Titan, Garuda, Shiva, Ramu. And then I wouldn't be surprised in some way, shape, or form Bahamut is going to be making his appearance because it's a Final Fantasy game. And of course, Bahamut's going to make its appearance here. Each of them kind of doing their own respective thing based on the kingdom. So wait, there seems like there's 6 kingdoms and then 6 icons for each. Unless I maybe miscounted and perhaps there might be like a few more kind of like, maybe there's an icon, maybe there's an icon that's kind of who's, you know, the group that they're affiliated with is starting some shit for the rest of the kingdoms to take over or something like that. I don't know. And then, of course, you have our main hero who looks like he gets the powers of the other icons in some, whether he just gets possessed by them all, or he just gets like fractions of their power and maybe not like the full-on power of them, which maybe that's not necessarily the case because from what I understand, the visual work, or at least the idea for the game mechanic is that you'll be doing your main one-on-one combat as the main character in the different stages of his life, but then also these big grandiose battles where the respective hosts of the icons basically let the icons take over and like have this freaking giant, like, you know, one-on-one kind of kaiju-like battle going on, which is really, oh my god, that seems so cool. Let's watch that again. I want to see this again. Let's go back to the beginning. To kind of pick and choose and things. I probably talked over a little bit more than I wanted to, but secondary review.
It has been 1,500 years since the fall of our forebears.
1,500 years, okay. That still looks like the lakes out in Eorzea.
Has been slowly dying.
Because of the blight, apparently.
Ever since.
Caused by what? An icon? Maybe? And the fact, like, I have every ounce of faith that the Creative Business Unit 3 is
We're in the middle of the Deadlands.
The blight sucked this place dry. Meaning no trees, no birds, and no magic.
Darkness spreads as day gives way to twilight. The Mother's flame now all but a flicker.
The Mother Crystal's flame, or just the crystals of each? The 3, 4, 5.
And the crystals work their magic.
And this is number 6?
You have been blessed, Joshua.
Oh no, we're actually going to go back
Mother's
really quick.
flame now all but a flicker.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And the crystals work their magic
okay,
through
so possibly 6
you
nations,
have been blessed,
maybe?
Joshua.
But who shall claim their fate?
If this one isn't included, the one from Phoenix?
The Grand
So
Duchy
that's
of
1.
Rosaria
Rosaria
of
is
tradition.
Phoenix's?
At the very least,
It
we
looks
must
like-
secure Drake's breath.
The Holy Empire
2.
of Sanbreque,
Said
where
Brack.
ambition is divine.
What's this one? It looks like it's
The
Shiva's
Imperial
kingdom.
banner shall fly over every city in storm. All shall bow before their emperor.
All with their different
The
ambitions.
Dalmekian Republic,
Titans.
whose fortunes shift with the desert sands.
Looks like Del Bosca, not gonna lie.
And what of our wise rulers? goaded into war without any thought as to what chaos it might reap.
The Iron
Or
Kingdom
Ifrit.
forged in faith and fear.
Their souls were sullied with the stain of ether. I merely cleansed them of their corruption.
So
5.
the kingdom of Waloed, indomitable
removed.
in its isolation.
The dark swallows more of the realm with each passing day.
And maybe
As the
this
fringes
removes,
fade,
I
people
guess,
flock to the
Keeper?
mother crystals.
Whatever you call them, I forget what the name of
From
the...
a single
I forget what the name
spark,
of the, those who are
will the
blessed by
land
the
ignite.
icons are.
in the year
Oh, that looks so cool.
860. The Imperial army will march upon Rosaria,
Poor Josh.
and from the slaughter shall a new shadow rise.
Okay, so that's... Okay, so it seems as though it's just one of the nations is kind of
Fall
starting
upon the
shit.
dominants, painting their destiny
The dominance.
as night.
That's what they call it, the dominance. Right. That's so
Common
cool.
beasts of great might should
2,
command respect, but instead
3.
has left us outcasts.
And so I became their puppet.
4.
What makes them think they have the right to use us? To
5.
leave us to die when our bodies are spent.
I'll crush him! Flame!
So it looks interesting. So there seems to be more dominance than there are nations. We just only know the 5. And it also seems like the dominants are also okay. So let's go back a little bit here. So a couple things. So it looks like one, the dominants aren't necessarily seen as benevolent beings. They're seen more as weapons to be abused and essentially outcasts as well. I mean, I guess it depends on the nation itself too. Which is kind of interesting because you kind of think of it as, and I'm just thinking back from just like previous games where people are like, perfect example, like Final Fantasy X, where the summoners were kind of seen with more prestige, considering their abilities were meant to stave off sin as they did their pilgrimage to Lady Udaleska. But in this case, it's a bit of the reverse, where they're seen as outcasts and things. And also, let's even take it a step further with games like 14, where the icons are, granted they're seen more as evil, but to the respective tribes that they're summoned by, they are seen as gods and deities meant to bring essentially bring protection to those tribes. Granted, of course, the downside of them being summoned being that they drain the land of ether, which that has the tempering thing, but that's a whole other monster. In this case, it seems like the dominants are, anybody with the dominance abilities are on a ticking clock, and their abilities essentially just wither the person away. Whether it just that comes from them being able to, them just having them in their bodies, or them just using their ability, like the more they use their abilities, the more it basically eats at them and turns them essentially what it looks like at the husk.
And respect, but instead has left us outcasts.
And so I became their puppet.
So each
What
nation,
makes them think they have the right to
right?
use
See, like their
us?
arms,
To leave us to
they're
die
being
when
like
our bodies are
used.
spent.
I'll crush him! Flame!
I'm curious of what the other nations are that we only see the 5, maybe 6 in here, but there seems to be more icons. So who's to say that we won't have like other summons or other dominants that we won't look at that? So the other thing is too. So the other thing that's happening too is it looks like since the main character has access to, will be getting like the abilities of the other icons, whether it be like in small fractions or full on, like you're seeing with Hugo here, who's, you know, channeling the power of Titan. Being this is very Devil May Cry-esque, I would imagine that you'd be able to kind of like flawlessly, and I think we've seen it in trailers too, where you'll be able to flawlessly swap between the different icons abilities to kind of like chain combos together and things, which, not gonna lie, that seems like freaking dope. All right, let's look at this. That's so cool. Oh my god, they all look so cool. I cannot wait for this. Ooh. Like quick attacks into that, countering into Phoenix. Like, let's go back. Benedica, who looks like is the dominant for Shiva, where Hugo was the dominant of Titan. And then, oh right, I forgot, Odin's in here too. So there's a dominant for, okay, so from what I remember now, I completely forgot about Odin, which that's shame on me because it's freaking Odin, one of my favorite summons. So we have Ifrit, so we have Phoenix, Ifrit, Titan, Garuda, Ramu, Shiva. Oh, hold on. Phoenix, Ifrit, Titan, Garuda, Ramu, Shiva. It looks like we're getting Odin as well. And then I wouldn't be surprised if we would not see Bahamut somewhere around. So there's, and who knows, maybe even more. Maybe even more. Let's go back. Let's go back a little bit further. Counterattack. Almost. Ooh. And then you just get like these giant epic battles. Yeah, so you get these giant battles here. Now here's another question too that I'm thinking of as well. Will you basically play as the other dominants in like cutscene battles to help progress the game? Or will our main character be able to temporarily summon the forms of the icons to be able to fight in these grandiose battles? I don't know. Wait. Okay, so it looks like the icon of fire, which is different. We know that. Okay, and it also looked like here, if we go back, yeah, okay, so there is Bahamut is definitely in the game somewhere. Okay, so we have at least 8.
Who shall bow to me?
Very well. Come then. Show us the strength of your will.
Rise, ye crownless kings. A reckoning is upon you. A war of the icons.
And the other thing is, with all that said, because this fight looks like, the way it looks like it was, it's setting up to be, is that your main character, basically, Ifrit comes into town, wrecks everything. Joshua, who's the current dominant for the icon of Phoenix, died, and then main guy takes his power and then goes on a journey for either be revenge or something to kind of figure out what the hell's going on. Plus, we get to see him in like different ages of his life, like the first one where it's we're at least going to do at least one time skip. Because you have the original one where we first see him just as just the dude where once it looks like maybe he gets the power of Phoenix or he's able to channel the power of Phoenix. And then later on when he's much older. So who's to say where all of that's going to end up lying? But wow, so much information, so much stuff to see. And I am so hyped. Next to Octopath Traveler, this game is like super high on my list. So I cannot wait until next summer to where I will be streaming this game as much as humanly possible because It looks so good. And again, because this is made by the same team or part of the same same team that has worked tirelessly and still to this day works tirelessly on Final Fantasy XIV, I can't wait to see what they got in store. This probably has the potential to be one of the greatest Final Fantasy games of all time. Even the main series Final Fantasy games of all time. And I can't wait. So, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me to see my initial reaction to this game, this trailer. See you next year, I suppose, when we've been able to play this game. And, yeah, guys. Hopefully, guys, you're excited as I am. But until then, I will see you in the next one. Take care. Have a good one.